Minecraft items. There are now over 1,500 of them. People have wondered for over a decade and a half now, what's the best one? Today, I set off to answer that question with my friend Goblin. Together, we will collect every single item in the game and put them all in one place. This is gonna be so stressful, man. As if that wasn't stressful enough, we decided to put a 24-hour time limit on it and stream the entire thing on this YouTube channel. I might as well not stall anymore, so let's get into the video. 3, 2, 1, go. Right off the bat, we went our separate ways. I went to a temple to start speedrunning the game, and Goblin went to a village to work on the iron farm. 4 iron, 8 gold is not bad at all.
How are you on gunpowder?
24.
Oh, sick.
After building up out of the temple and heading to a nearby village, something extremely comedic happened. Sort of. Oh my god, what? I watched a video of something similar to this before we started streaming, and the exact same thing happened. Alright, we're fine, we're back where we were. We're good. Anyways, I used a crafting table in the village and immediately went to the nether, without making any armor. This can only go well. Oh my, okay, serious lag spike there. There's a fortress, immediately. Surprisingly, I didn't really have any issues with the fortress. You know who was having issues? Goblin. Nice.
That is really unfortunate. I just went to a desert temple and there were creepers in the bottom.
Dude. Luckily, this hardly even set him back at all.
I have all the materials I need to start the iron farm.
Already?
Yeah, it's a really good iron farm. Like a really cheap iron farm.
We're 16 minutes in. After this, someone in chat brought up how we're going to be organizing all of the items, which got us talking. You need to pick up every item once or have them all at the same time. We need to have them all in one central storage system that Goblin is going to be making soon. So we need to kill 2 withers and get 2 heavy cores and all that. We're laying out the storage system like all of the tabs in the creative menu.
It was really weird setting it up because there's some items that just appear in like 3 different tabs.
Weren't you like doing it late at night and wrote like nether brick slab 4 times?
It was the wall. I don't want to talk about it.
Anyways, I finally found a bastion, so I went inside and... No pearls still. World record. That's a bit rude. Not a single pearl trade. Yeah, I traded the entirety of this housing bastion and did not get a single ender pearl. What are the odds of that? Yeah, so now I need to find a second bastion. And remember what I said about not making armor? This can only go well. This is a bit extreme. I've been wandering around this nether for 30 minutes. Can you guess what I see right now?
I mean, it's gonna be a structure. Based on the structures you've gone in the past, you've gone like 7 fortresses and 1 bastion, so I'm gonna go with a fortress.
You'd be correct! Yeah, I was not having a good time looking for the second bastion. Luckily, Goblin was having a much better time than I was.
I don't know if this is gonna work for the farm, but we will find out. I now just need a zombie.
But a minute later, I finally saw it. Oh my god, wait.
Disposed of the
it's
farmer.
Actually, I'm the goat. It's a bridge bastion. Okay, I got the lodestone and another right upgrade. Okay, 7 pearls. That's crazy. But for one last time, I didn't make any armor. Uh-oh.
Okay,
I have no idea. That's just awful in every way. That piglin came out of nowhere. Even funnier, I died over 1,500 blocks away in both directions. Getting my stuff back took an entire hour. I'm not gonna put you through that, so we're just gonna watch Goblin's perspective for a little bit, but I was fuming.
I am almost done with the iron farm. I just have to get the villager breeder. Why is this zombie being dumb? Oh my! Oh, that was dumb. One of the villagers may have died. However, I got the zombie there. I got 1 iron golem to spawn. Okay, iron farm is operational. Ooh, I got carrots. I got my carrots. I'm going to a buried treasure.
And while I was going to that buried treasure... Oh my god, wait, I found the bridge bastion. The 7 pearls. Alright, we're in business. And in business we are. I got 2 more pearls from some backup blocks in the bridge bastion, try saying that 5 times fast, and killed a couple endermen. So I decided to head back to the overworld and... Oh, hold on, I gotta convince you to subscribe real quick.
You're trying, I'm not.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Wow, if I had died there, I'm pretty sure we would have just reset the entire run. But I didn't, so you should click subscribe. Anyways, I got back to the overworld safe and sound, ready to beat the rest of the game. Making my way into the stronghold, I'm looking for 2 very important things. One, of course, being the portal room, but I also need to get to both libraries for the enchanted books. Power 3, Density 3, Knockback 2. Okay, maybe not that one, but this wasn't a pointless endeavor.
So, I mean,
Mending.
That's the only place...
Go. This mending book would save me a ton of time, since I don't have to get one with a villager for my elytra. So I continued into the end. This is a very quick end fight as I used beds to kill the dragon, which is honestly a mistake because I didn't grab nearly enough dragon's breath. Anyways, it's time to go raid the outer end. I mean, looting end cities could be my profession with how well I do it. Just look at this.
Let's get on. I guess.
While I was doing all this successful end city raiding, Goblin got the villager breeder up and running. I finished off with collecting most of the items that can be found in the end. The only one I didn't get was all the shulker shells, and I headed back to the overworld. It took Goblin longer than expected to get the villager breeder and iron farm working, so I decided I would build the collection system. But I had no wood, so I went off in search of either a dark oak forest or a big spruce biome, which I found both actually. So I got a fair amount of wood from both and went back. So we started up the second stream and immediately started organizing all the materials.
And yep, that's it for all the deep slate.
Next I decided I wanted to pursue all of the wood types. So I started off with spruce, because I already had it. And then I moved on to dark oak, because I had that too. While I was sorting out these chests, Goblin went back to the end to fight the dragon again. He just grabbed some dragon's breath that was a quick in and out. Well, it was supposed to be. Then he remembered that we still had to get the rest of the shulker shells, but he was only in there for another 40 minutes. While Goblin was in the end, I was going to an ocean monument to get all of the prismarine items. And I did, except for the Tide armor trim. Tide has a 20% chance to drop from an Elder Guardian. I didn't get it from any of the 3 Elder Guardians. So I just pushed it along and we'll do it later. Shortly after, I found jungle wood and then went home to do andesite, diorite, and granite. And then some of my brain cells decided it would be a good idea if the colorblind guy went to do one of the most colorful blocks in the game. So it took me like 10 minutes to do the coral. I don't know these by the design. Actually, who let me do this? Then Goblin got both nether wood types, I started working on the armor, and we killed creepers for the whole night for firework rockets in order to keep flying. But while I was in the ocean looking for the tropical fish and the pufferfish, I came across this.
It's a trident guy. I'm gonna try my luck at it.
I got the trident.
Sick.
This trident was important because the channeling enchantment can be used during a thunderstorm to strike creepers with lightning, turn them into charged creepers, and blow up other mobs to get their heads. In total, we needed 4. 2 creeper heads, a zombie head, and a piglin head. There's also the skeleton skull, but Goblin got one of those in an ancient city. But we need to wait for thunder first, so meanwhile I'm heading into a lush cave to get moss, hanging roots, and the azalea bushes. And Goblin was in the nether getting wither skeleton skulls.
Oh my. I just got another wither skull, but it got picked up by a zombie pigman. Okay, I one-shot it.
Okay.
You can also kill the wither if you're feeling like it.
I might do that. I'm gonna have to go back and get a bow if this doesn't work. The fish did not die. This prompted a panic because we need the wither rose, which is obtained when a wither kills a mob. So I mined the wither out at low health, and it all worked out. Well, it killed the fish, and it also died at the same time, so we're good. We got it. There's a little known trick where if you place cobwebs below suspicious sand, you can harvest it. So I went to get that, and Goblin spent the next hour mining for netherite. I finished getting the black stone blocks, and finished getting all of the wood types. The last things that were done on the second stream was get the rest of the ore blocks, and all of the stone blocks. At the start of the third stream, I was still missing 3 wood types: oak, birch, and mangrove. I went to get oak and birch, but mangrove was going to be a bit more difficult. It took forever to find the mangrove swamp, so on the way I managed to find ice, a second lush cave where I got the axolotl bucket, a bunch of flowers, another ocean monument, still no tide armor trim by the way, and a savanna village for tall grass.
I got some tall grass.
Oh, mangrove.
Nice.
There's so many slimes here.
Okay, I just need 2 netherite ingots, and then we're done with netherite.
When I got back to the base, I did all of the mud bricks, finished up those wood types, and did all of the tuff before Goblin came home with the netherite block. I started organizing the plants, got the 3rd piece of chainmail armor, and Goblin...
I died. Oh my.
So I went to go help Goblin get his stuff, and went home to make the netherite tools and armor. The last 8 hours we've been aging copper to start working on those blocks, because honestly I forgot about the trial chambers. But I got most of those, and then went to start breeding turtles, and put in various plants like the pumpkin seeds and the seagrass. While I was doing all the villager workstations, Goblin was in a trail ruin, trying to get the pottery shirts, armor trims, and music discs. Next on the list was all the hanging signs, since they weren't in the chest with the rest of the wood. On that topic, the only ways to know where to put each item was this video Goblin recorded of himself looking through everything in the spreadsheet of item names. So getting used to this took a lot of time, that's why the timer keeps skipping in such large jumps. With that, we're now at the halfway point of the challenge, and it felt like we'd done a lot of work, but there was still so much more left to go. So while I was doing the hanging signs, Goblin found a woodland mansion, so he was able to get the Vex armor trim and the Totem of Undying, which is good because I was kind of worried about those two, but I spent a good chunk of time starting and finishing the redstone components. Next up was to finish the tools chest. Luckily, when Goblin was going to get that skeleton skull, he got the stuff for a recovery compass while he was there, and that was pretty much the hardest thing in that chest. Next I did the chest boats, bred the turtles, and went on a journey into the ocean to find more shards and sniffer eggs. I got pretty unlucky and those items alone took 45 minutes. Then I went back home and started on the materials chest. I spent about 2 hours organizing all of the materials, shards, dyes, armor trims, and food. 2 straight hours of looking through chests, until I got tired of it, so I went to go do the 4 remaining goat horns. A goat has a 2% chance of becoming a screaming goat. Screaming goats have 4 exclusive goat horns, and I had to try for them all. It took about an hour of yelling at goats, "Ram me! Hit me!" That's not great taken out of context. But it finally happened. Scream, I got it. Okay, we're done with goat horns. This entire time, Goblin was exploring ancient cities to get the silence armor trim, which is a 1% chance.
I got silence.
Nice, let's go. And he also finally got the tide armor trim.
I got tied.
Nice. Which haunted us for like 8 hours at this point. After this, we both decided to dedicate the next hour and a half of stream to getting the remainder of the Nautilus shells to craft the conduit, and to get mycelium, which was the final grass block we needed. Also, now that I'm editing this, I realize I never talked about killing the second wither. It happened while I was sorting all the items. I can't find the clip of it anymore, but it wasn't that interesting.
Doing good.
I'm doing alright. Oh my god, I'm doing great. Mushroom Island, holy crap.
Let's go.
As soon as we got that, we decided to end stream, because on this day, we had been going for 10 hours. But we booted up the 4th and final stream the next day, and we were ready. Our goals today were to do the trial chambers, brewing, enchanting, and music discs. However, we only had 5 more hours to do so, and we needed 2 heavy cores and Windburst 3. It was gonna come down to the wire. But before anything, I found a trail ruin, and we are still missing that music disc, so that seemed like the most obvious thing to do right now.
Shaper, is that the one? Am I done here?
Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah.
We met back up at the base and had to quickly go trial chamber raiding. We decided that it would be fastest if Goblin started brewing inside the trial chamber. Before we could start doing ominous vaults, we needed to do some normal ones to get an armor trim and a banner pattern, so I decided that while Goblin was brewing, I would do that.
I got the rare pop music disc. Okay, we'll see if the other music disc comes out of this vault. Oh my god, it did. Okay, I got a trim.
When we started doing ominous vaults, the excitement started to fade. We went through vault after vault after vault. We had been raiding trial chambers for an hour and a half. We had gone through 4 trial chambers. At about 21 hours, the reality started to set in. We weren't gonna be able to do this. We had only gotten 1 of our 2 heavy cores and no windburst. So we made a decision.
I think we split up. I keep doing trial chambers and you just do everything, like anything else. Like, I'll still do brewing as well.
So we now had a plan. I went out in search of the froglights and grew a tadpole in the wrong biome.
Wait, why is it the same type of froglight?
So we ended up only getting 2 of the 3, but then...
Raining. Watch out for thunder.
It's thundering. It's thundering right now.
It's thundering.
So I took the trident I got 16 hours ago and went to the creepers and boats that I placed 6 hours ago, and finally got prepared.
Oh, that did so much damage. I got a zombie head though.
Popped, but I got creeper head.
Oh, he's locked on me. You go get a play gun.
I'm almost at the portal. I got him up. When do you want me to go through the portal?
He's in. I got it. That's all heads. Yeah. That's all heads.
This got us feeling really good because arguably the most RNG dependent part of the whole run was now over. But that doesn't stop the fact that we may have gotten the second heavy core, but we still did not get Windburst 3, or any of the rest of the music discs. I was doing the waxed copper variants when...
Oh, we're over 24.
We had failed. We got 88% of the way there. But let's revisit the start of the video. This whole thing was about what the best item in Minecraft was. And I feel like that decision was incredibly clear. I thought it was the Friend Pottery Shard. Not because of the shard itself, but because of Goblin. He stuck with me over the whole 24 hours over the course of that week, and I couldn't have done any of this without him. Make sure to go subscribe to him. And with that, I'm going to be taking a mini hiatus from this channel. I'm starting a second channel, which I'll link in the description, for all of the things that I want to do that are not Minecraft. Because after editing this video, I don't know if I can stomach any more of this game for a while. So if you still want to see me, go subscribe to that channel. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.